Blunk, and now you're under my control.
We also have Jules in the house. What's up? What's up? Jules in the house. This is going to be a very difficult podcast to do.
Oh, really, dude?
Why is it being Jewish an insult to you, Nick?
I'm a motherfucking monster.
I give him a year.
But Big Mike has been on a downward tear. I got to show you this, some stuff from Impulsive. I like this show. This is a hate watch. If you ever wanted a hate watch,
if you want to get married,
I'm pretty sure Rick Ross is.
Hey, this autoplay. If I ever ran for president, my campaign would be, we're going to do away with all autoplay. There is no such thing as autoplay. You know, Mike, you could turn it off. That's a different autoplay that you're thinking of. I want to make this clear because I get 10 emails every time I say this. When you open a YouTube clip, it just starts playing. You can't control that. They think, so, and then there's another autoplay for up next that you could turn on and off that's over here. That's off. I'm talking about when I click a link from my show note, boom, it starts playing. They want that click and they want it now. And they're going to get it. Wish I could autoplay all my stuff. Force people into my money. Okay, let's go to 4810. Is that where we're starting here? Or should I start? Okay.
If you want to go in order in 4810, this is where Logan tells a story of meeting someone special.
So you've got two interns here. They're nobody. You've got Logan and Big Mike. We're on the set of Impulsive. This is just a story to churn your stomach. Now, my biggest enemy is Drake. I hate fake Drake. Let's go to 4810. The Impulsive brothers, Jake, Paul, and Logan, they idolize Drake. So all these goofy little cutesy queer men in Hollywood, do you understand this? There's a bunch of men that got tricked. They think Drake is amazing. They love the romance. They love the love songs. They think Drake is so cool. Wait till you hear what he says. It will sicken you to your core. We're going to go to 48 minutes in. This is Logan, and then we're going to get to Big Mike. This will make you so angry. Here we go. Watch this.
Yeah, spike ball and drinking Busch Lights and shooting the shit with his boys.
I'd love to be there.
You know what I'm saying? He's living like the same life, but I think he still lives in like Michigan or some shit?
No, he lives here.
Oh, he does? In LA? Yeah. In LA, yeah.
In LA, yeah.
Are you guys going to collab at all?
Maybe.
Watch
you know who
this.
I met in the club? For the first time ever?
You know who I met in the club for the first time ever? I back that up. Here we go.
Listen to this.
Listen to this.
You guys going to collab at all?
Maybe. You know who I met in the club? For the first time ever? Long overdue? Aubrey.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Drake, yeah.
Didn't go.
Oh! First of all,
My spine.
he's calling him Aubrey. My spine! He's calling him Aubrey. No one calls Drake Aubrey. That's his real name. And he's laying back. He's got his feet on the desk. You know who I finally met? Longo. And he's talking. Every young person in Hollywood, they talk like this now, y'all. He's a dope guy. Yeah. You know who I met? Aubrey. Yeah. And you know what? Every generation has done this gangster speak where they want to sound black. You know, even Christina Aguilera and Justin Timberlake, when they were out on TRL, when they were blowing up, Eminem was also out. And it became cool to be a rap person. You had Christina Aguilera back then. Pull up an interview, not now, but do it on your own time. Christina Aguilera used to be like, yeah, so like, I was like just grooving in the studio when I came up with these beats, yo. And Timberlake and Eminem, they were all kind of copying Eminem.
Billie Eilish even does it
Billie
now.
Eilish does it now. And Logan Paul and all these douche bags out of LA. Yo, bro, you're a dope guy. Dude, yo, you know who I saw in the club the other day? Aubrey. Drake, yeah, long overdue. You're from Ohio. Your parents don't talk like this. Your brother doesn't talk like this. None of your friends talk like this. To me, that drives me up a wall.
That's
I'm
the
gonna show you
reason
this.
for he's a dope guy.
He's a dope guy.
Because it was so shocking.
Do I have it? No, I don't have it. Listen to this.
Maybe. You know
This
who I
is
met
so
in the club?
bad.
For the first time ever? Long overdue? Aubrey.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Drake, yeah.
And he looks down. The
That
facial
hurts me.
expression he's making. You know who I met, bro? Long overdue. Aubrey. Yeah.
It's
Drake.
hurting me.
This gets worse. This gets so much worse. Watch this.
Long overdue? Aubrey.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Drake, yeah.
Didn't go well.
Little Sister.
In New York. Didn't go
Bruh,
well?
we're in New York.
Listen to this.
We heard we're going to Drake's private little party at Little Sister. Models, artists, actors,
course.
whatever. And
Oh God.
I know it's
The
too
whole
much.
club, models, artists, actors. Oh. But this is what they think is. I can't wait till people grow up. You grow up, and if you grow up right, you really start realizing how much of a farce this all is and how much you don't want stuff like this. But Logan Paul so lost, chasing happiness, chasing, he wants people, his whole life is dedicated to, I need my peers to be impressed by me. What could I do to impress people and finally get the credit?
That's the drive behind the
That's
boxing
the drive.
career.
All these people,
everything.
because they're never happy. They think in their head that I'll be happy once everyone submits or once everyone concedes that I am the greatest. But that's a fantasy that's never going to come to life. Nobody is ever going to think you're the greatest. And these guys all want to be the greatest. You see every big celebrity, every YouTuber, every influencer, every comedian. I want to be the biggest, greatest. Do they ever ask themselves why? Do you ever sit back and go, why? I mean, we didn't even think about this 20 years ago. But now, how silly does it sound? Why would you want to be the biggest, greatest? What does that get you? You're already so rich. You already got 20 mil in the bank. So what they're really chasing is this childhood dream of theirs, where all of their friends and all of their naysayers and anyone who ever doubted them bows to them and worships them, and they think that's going to make them happy. First of all, it'll never happen, and it doesn't even make them happy. It's never going to work. But that's what these guys want. They want envy. They're working for envy. That's why you have $100 million. Why are you still doing all this stuff? It's because they're chasing. They want the envy of every soul. They want your soul.
And that's probably why they're like, oh, they're just jealous. Because that's like the thing. That's like their...
Yeah. So listen to this. This gets worse.
they're models, artists, actors, whatever. And I said I was going to do sober 2020, but I had three rules:
Parties.
vacation,
Yeah.
the ranch, and Coachella.
Yep.
And this was one of the 2 nights on the trip that I decided to drink because we
Every
were on vacation.
single day since January 1st has been either vacation, ranch, or Coachella. Every single day. And by the way, he's done quite good with that fact in mind. He's only drank a handful of days, and every single day, the next day, he says the same thing.
No. Oh, he's saying the key to life is money. Yeah, that's true. The key to life is some money. You don't want all this. And you stop after a while. You don't need money in the bank not being spent. What's the point? Anyway, sorry, I was thinking something else. Here, watch this.
Never
hate it.
drinking
Yo,
again.
it is legit the dumbest shit on the planet. And maybe it's just because I've fallen in this wave of like negative thinking. I'm like trapped in my ways. But dude, coming from someone who, especially recently, has been addicted to being productive and just slaying everything, drinking destroys me.
He'll hit me up at like 3 p.m. and I'll be like, I'll have uploaded my vlog. It's already got 750,000 views on it. And I'm like, hey man, what's
the new thing in LA? The cool thing is to be constantly churning out crap. Hustle is what they all want. Get that bag, hustle, project after. You need to have 20 projects at once. They think will be so impressed if you're a boxer, a beekeeper, a rock climber. Oh, he knows karate. He could shoot guns. He's the best bowler. He thinks we're going to be so impressed and that happiness will finally come if they hustle. Oh, that's so cool.
going on? He's like, food. I'm like, well, what? I mean, don't you have a vlog coming out tomorrow? Like, he's like, I really gotta
Watch
eat, man.
this. This gets
Also,
worse.
yeah.
Bro,
I'm
the
like,
worst.
dude.
Yo, my question is this: how in the world do you guys continue to go to loud, dark clubs and like dance and party and talk to people
There. He
I know,
talks
I
about
think-
the whole Drake story.
Yeah, he does. It's coming up.
Coming
They
up?
just- Yeah.
Okay.
at like max volume the whole night?
No. Don't talk to people.
I know, but somehow Mike finds a way. Like there's some communication happening. You have no clue.
So the thing for me is just a little different
Ashley
than him.
Butterfield's beekeeper. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I'm telling you. Look into it. He wants to be a beekeeper. You could mark my words on that. Watch, they'll look and they'll find them.
Is I know when I go to the club, that's my zone. I know all the people, all the movers and shakers of the club owners, the promoters. I know all those people, and so I'm having conversations about shit. He only knows obviously like the A and B listers because he is one. So I'm talking to the Schwartz. I'm talking to Chris Alamo, all the people that run the club about shit. How's the party been? How's the business? Like that kind of shit. And so for me, plus prior to my engagement, my fiance and shit,
he's engaged.
Let's get to the drink first.
Impulsive.
I would usually be trying to pick up chicks too.
That's not a good look.
I was like, yo, nice try.
Oh yeah, so I see. I'm kind of just like, I don't even know what, just meandering about, just being like a drunk idiot. And I see Drake.
Oh my god!
First time I seen him in person, bro. Fucking Jake said it before. The dude's perfect. He's so good looking. He smiles at me. I'm like, oh.
My jaw's on the floor for you audio listeners.
I see Drake at the club, just like Jake said. The dude's perfect. He's huge. He's beautiful.
Imagine saying this about Drake.
I kind of thought by now that only like high school girls like Drake at this point.
All of these guys in their 20s think Drake. Listen to the music they listen to.
I want to be with you, girl. I want to take you out.
They love songs. They love Drake. It's extreme. So he even exposed his brother Drake.
Just like Jake said, he's perfect.
Imagine saying this about any man ever. He's perfect. He's beautiful. Okay, good. People hated that. Listen to this. Someone says, I talk like this about Mike.
Fucking Jake said it before. The dude's perfect. He's so good looking. He smiles at me. I'm like, oh shit, what's up, bro? Comes over, daps me up. He goes, yo, big win for Brody. Referring to Jake and his just won his fight.
Who's that?
No, please, you did not say.
No.
Oh my God, big win for Brody.
So that's where they got it from.
The other day we caught Logan Paul saying something about Brody, and we're like,
Brody.
What's Brody? So Drake said Brody, and now that's
Logan says
instantly in your vocabulary. This is what I was talking about the non-creative love. They almost get worried if they're not using the latest words that their bubble is using. Like constantly, Hey Big Mike is 36 years old, and every 5 seconds, this is what you hear. Facts. Yeah, facts. Facts. When somebody says something that they agree with, facts. Yeah, facts. It drives me insane. It's like, use the new words. Incorporate them into your vocabulary, but don't be so dependent on them. They're like afraid to use words that fall outside of this thing.
Yes, he posted about Justin Bieber's new album. I just found it. And he said, go listen and live stream Justin Bieber's new album, Brody. You killed it. So he got Brody from Drake.
So Drake says Brody. We've never heard somebody call bro a Brody. But, if they're not coming up with new terms constantly, then they're getting old. They're boomers. So now he just incorporates Brody. That is so sick to me. Because I feel like when you start incorporating it, you got to say it as a joke for the first few months.
Of course.
And then you also got to tell people where you got that from. You can't just show up and be like, yeah, Brody. Oh, you don't know Brody? Oh, I've been saying it for years. Let's hear some more.
So now I'm like, okay, sober up and have a conversation where he walks away thinking, this kid's not an idiot. I got this. I've done it before. I got this.
Wow.
But bro, it was like 2, 3 a.m. It's around that time where like, I just can't help but be an idiot. And so I'm like, yeah, man, that win was big for our family, whatever. And then he goes into a 5-minute wisdom nugget drop where he's just professing the nobility of being a creator and like the waves we've made and the trail that we've blazed.
Wow. So now he's gonna lie and be like, Drake just came up to me and told me how noble I am, how amazing. Now, if this is true, then Drake needs to be executed, okay? So we were just talking about how great we are and how much we contribute to society. Is this enough to make you want to kill somebody?
Where he's just professing the nobility of being a creator and like the waves we've made and the trail that we've blazed. Wow. And he's like, yo, you guys are changing the game. Like you can never forget that. Like you got a big responsibility. I think you're doing a great job killing it. You've made mistakes, but you're on a new wave. I could see, and just like praising me to the highest degree, dude. And I'm first off, I'm like, what? Holy shit. Holy shit.
Humble brag.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
And so at the end, I tried to do my best to reciprocate the excellence that he just blessed me with.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
And like the best I got out, it wasn't bad, but the best I got out was like, dude, you like you're the GOAT. The best I can do is try to follow in your footsteps because you've done it. You've taught me a lesson. You inspire me. Like I legit like study what you say. I watched a rap Radar interview for an hour. Like it wasn't bad.
That's fine.
But I was operating at 60% instead of 100, and I was disappointed because of that.
Oh, okay. That's as much as I could listen to. Usually I would operate at 100%. I was only operated at 60. And this is what he says about his fight. Yo, I wasn't giving... I really need something bad to happen to these boys.
You can skip to 55 for the Big Mike.
We got one more
part.
clip. Big Mike's going to go nuts, and this
He
is about that
talks
jealousy.
about
And
how to spot a loser, and then he also talks about his review of the Joker at 55 minutes in.
55, okay, good. Because I would have gone further. 55, this is our last clip from Impali. Listen to this.
Than every single other person in my life that's talking to me, besides like the inner circle. But like, I don't know, that was awesome.
They
Amazing.
It's funny that you talk about this like wisdom and like his ability to kind of praise someone that he just has a passing conversation with. I know he knows enough about them, but I noticed that so much over the past 6 months or so, that the sign of true greatness in this industry are people that do similar things to that. And I talked about it on the flip side. The easiest way for me to spot like a loser, or I said this on Twitter, or somebody that doesn't get pussy, is a person that just talks shit online all day.
Oh! Call out! I've been called out!
The easiest way to spot somebody that never gets pussy is someone who talks shit online all day.
Okay. Back to this, huh? Do we live in our mom's basements too?
Or I said this on Twitter, or somebody that doesn't get pussy is a person that just talks shit online all day. Easiest way. Yo, this person just comments mean shit on people's posts all day. That person is not doing anything with their life. On the flip side, the people that do the greatest and that are doing the greatest things, completely different scenario, but obviously just sold this company for hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah, the difference is, you guys talk shit in private because you're too pussy to burn any bridges. That's the only difference. You all talk the same amount of shit. We all do. We all talk shit. We all have the same feelings and ideas. We do it online because we're not pussies. We're not afraid to lose a gig. Or, oh no, I'm not going to say anything bad about Keemstar online because what if one day I need his help or he makes a bad video about me? So you're not brave for being an ass kisser and playing the game. You're actually the opposite there. You're the weak one. You won't give an opinion, but only because you don't want to be looked at as somebody who's out of the game. And that's why these people in the industry are always the worst. That's why the president is always the worst. Because to get to these high levels, the amount of game playing, dick sucking, fakery, and phonery you got to do is unbearable. A guy like me can't even get to stage 1 because he wouldn't submit to that nonsense. So you got to be a real ass-kissing, game-playing fag to get anywhere near this industry. So I wouldn't go celebrating yourself for being such a safe ass-kissing pussy.
Completely different scenario, but obviously just sold this company for hundreds of millions of dollars. Sat with Greg on the boat in Miami for hours.
No, at least that's what I say to back up my position. Makes it easy for me, but I mean,
I'm with you.
I'm with me. It sounds
we're with Mike.
It's a cooler thing here.
And he talked to me about every possible thing.
Like, took his time and sent me an email.
Yep.
Long list of here's what stuff we talked about and here's what can help you.
It's just
so thankful.
It's just such a sign.
There was a part where Mike talks about the Joker. That was pretty funny, but we can skip
these
it.
people all love the Joker.
The Joker is the darkest movie I've ever seen.
The Joker, seriously. And people